Hey, come sit with me for a minute. I want to talk about something quiet, something that happens inside your head every single day without anyone else noticing. You see something, a cup of coffee, a busy street, a tired feeling after work, and before any English word appears, your brain says it first in your own language. Then it searches for the English version, translates it, and only then, maybe, the English word comes out. This happens so fast you might not even notice it clearly. But you feel the result. Slow speaking, long pauses, that tired feeling of always working just to speak simple things. I want you to know something right now. This is not because you're not good at English. This is because your brain has one main language it trusts completely, and it always asks that language first, before anything else. This is completely normal. Every single language learner goes through this stage. But here is something important. This stage doesn't have to last forever. Your brain can slowly learn a new habit, thinking directly in English, without that translation step in between. Not overnight, but gradually, through the right kind of practice. Today I want to give you 3 lessons. 3 real ways to train your brain toward thinking in English. Not tricks, not shortcuts, just simple, honest practices that actually rewire this habit over time. Stay until the end, because lesson 3 gives you a small daily window, just 10 minutes. That trains this skill directly, every single day. Let's begin. Here is something powerful that most learners never try. Narrating your own day, silently, in English. As it happens. Let me explain what I mean. Right now, as you do something simple, making tea, walking somewhere, washing dishes, your mind is usually quiet, or it's thinking in your own language about something else entirely. What if, instead, you gave that quiet moment a simple English voice? Let me tell you about a student named Diego. He struggled to think in English. Every sentence felt like heavy work, translating piece by piece. I asked him to try something small, something almost silly at first. I said, Diego, tomorrow morning, while you make your coffee, just narrate it to yourself, silently, in simple English. Not perfect grammar, just simple words following what you're doing. The next day, he told me what happened. He stood in his kitchen and thought, I'm making coffee. The water is hot. I need a cup. This smells really good. He said it felt strange at first, a little awkward even. But something interesting happened after a few days. These simple sentences started coming more easily. Not because he memorized them, but because he was practicing thinking in English about real things happening right in front of him. Real time. Real life. Here is why this works so well. When you narrate your actions like this, you're not translating a complicated idea from a book. You're describing something incredibly simple, something you already understand completely. You already know what making coffee feels like. You already know this experience deeply. You're just borrowing English words to describe something your brain already understands without any effort. This is very different from trying to translate a complex thought from your own language. It's much lighter, much more natural. And this lightness is exactly what helps your brain start trusting English more. Little by little, here is your practice for today. Choose one simple daily activity. Making breakfast, walking to work, getting dressed. While you do it, Silently narrate it in simple English inside your mind. I'm opening the door. It's a little cold today. I'm walking fast because I'm late. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Don't worry about complicated words. Just simple present moment sentences about what's actually happening right now around you. Try this with one activity today. Then maybe 2 activities tomorrow. Slowly, this quiet inner voice becomes a little stronger and more natural each time you use it. This is lesson 1. Give ordinary moments of your day a quiet English voice. This is one of the gentlest ways to practice thinking directly in English, because you're describing something you already understand completely. Now let's talk about something different. Something people often forget completely. Your environment shapes your thinking far more than you realize. Here is something interesting about how your brain works. Your brain follows patterns based on triggers around you. If everything around you is in your own language, your phone, your notes, your daily habits, then your brain naturally stays in that language mode. Even during your English study time. Let me tell you about a student named Amara. She studied English seriously every single day. An hour of lessons, vocabulary practice, grammar exercises. But she told me something honest. She said, as soon as I close my English book, my brain switches right back completely, like I never studied at all. I asked her a simple question. Amara, what language is your phone in? What language are your daily notes in? What language do you use for your to-do list? Your alarm labels, your simple daily reminders. She thought about it and realized everything, every single thing around her all day was in her own language. Her English study was just one small isolated hour, surrounded by 23 hours of a completely different language environment. This was the missing piece. Not more study time, a different environment. So we made some small changes together. Not drastic, not overwhelming, just small shifts. She changed her phone language to English. She started writing her daily to-do list in simple English. Milk, call mom. Finish report. She changed a few app settings to English too. At first this felt strange. A few times she felt slightly confused looking for a setting. But within just a week or two, something shifted. Small, simple English words started feeling normal throughout her day, not just during her official study hour, but constantly, quietly, in the background of her whole day. This is such an important psychological idea. Your brain doesn't build a new habit only through big focused study sessions. It builds a habit through repeated small exposure throughout your entire day. Environment does something study time alone cannot do. It surrounds you constantly, gently, without extra effort each time. Here is something practical you can start today. Choose one small part of your daily environment to switch into English. Maybe your phone language settings. Maybe your daily to-do list. Maybe the labels you use for reminders and notes. Just one simple change to begin with. You don't need to change everything at once. That would feel overwhelming. And overwhelm often leads to quitting completely. Just one small consistent shift. Let it become normal. Then maybe add another small shift a few weeks later. This is lesson 2. Change small parts of your daily environment into English, not just your official study time. This surrounds your brain gently, all day long. And environment shapes thinking far more powerfully than isolated study sessions alone. Now, here is the final piece. And this brings real structure into everything we've talked about today. The two ideas we just covered work beautifully throughout your day. But there's real power in also having one focused block of time, just for practicing this specific skill. Thinking directly in English, on purpose. Let me tell you about a student named Felix. He tried narrating his day. He changed some environment settings too. Both helped a little. But he still felt like his English thinking skill needed something more focused, more intentional. So we built something simple together, just 10 minutes every day. A dedicated English thinking window. Here is exactly what this looked like for Felix, every evening. Right before dinner. He would sit quietly for 10 minutes. No writing, no translating apps nearby, just his own thoughts. And he would try to think through simple things in English. What happened today? How he felt about it? What he was planning for tomorrow? At first, this felt hard. Really hard, actually. His mind kept sliding back into his own language automatically. And here's something important I told him. This is completely normal. And it's not failure. It's actually valuable information. Every time you notice yourself slipping back into your own language, that's not a mistake. That's your brain showing you exactly where the translation habit is still strong. This awareness itself is powerful. Because once you notice it clearly, you can gently guide yourself back. I'm thinking in my language right now. Let me try this again in English. Felix did this every single evening. Some days felt smoother than others. Some days his mind slipped back constantly. Other days it felt surprisingly natural. This unevenness is completely normal too. Learning is never a perfectly straight line upward. It moves up and down. But the overall direction over weeks is what matters most. After about a month of this daily 10-minute practice, Felix told me something meaningful. He said, I used to notice myself translating constantly. Now I mostly just think it directly. I don't even notice the switch happening most of the time anymore. This is exactly the goal, not perfection, but a shift from constant conscious effort toward something quieter, more automatic, more natural. Here is your simple routine to start today. Choose 10 minutes somewhere in your day. Maybe right before bed. Maybe during a short walk. Sit or walk quietly. And gently try to think through your day in simple English. What happened? How you feel? What's coming next? When you notice yourself slipping back into your own language, don't criticize yourself, just notice it gently. And guide your thoughts back to English again. Some days this will feel easier than others. That's completely fine. Just keep showing up for these 10 minutes. Consistently, you can also add shadowing into this window if you like. Listen to one short sentence from a real clip. Repeat it out loud. Then try to think a similar simple sentence yourself about your own day. This combination trains your ears, your mouth, and your inner thinking voice all together. This is lesson 3. Build one dedicated 10-minute window every day, just for practicing English thinking directly. This focused daily practice is what turns an occasional effort into a real, lasting habit. Let's look back at everything we talked about today. First, give ordinary daily moments a quiet English voice. Narrate simple activities silently in your mind. This is gentle practice because you already understand these experiences completely. Second, change small parts of your environment into English. Your phone, your notes, your daily lists. This surrounds your brain gently throughout your entire day, not just during study time. Third, build one dedicated 10-minute window every day just for practicing English thinking directly. Notice gently when you slip back into your own language, and guide yourself back with patience. I want you to really hear this next part. Thinking in English is not a switch that turns on suddenly one day. It's a habit that grows slowly, quietly, through small repeated moments. Many of them almost invisible from the outside. Every person who thinks naturally in English today once translated everything, word by word. Slowly, carefully, the only difference between them and where you are right now is time and consistent small practice, repeated with patience, not perfection. You can build this too, starting today, not next week, not when your English feels more advanced already, because this skill is exactly what helps your English grow faster. It's not something you wait for. It's something you build. So here is my question for you right now. Can you narrate just one small thing you're doing right now? Silently, in simple English. Just try it. Right now. I believe in you. I have watched so many students move from constant heavy translating to thinking naturally and quickly in English. Not because they became perfect, but because they kept practicing patiently, in small, honest moments, every single day. You can do this too. If this video helped you today, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this reach more people who need to hear it. In the next video, I want to show you simple phrases that help you keep thinking in English, even when you feel stuck or unsure what to say next. I'll see you there. Take care of yourself. And go narrate something small today. Your brain is more ready than you think.